Alright guys, Sebastian Stan has officially joined the Batman Part 2 as Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. According to Hollywood Reporter, this was a major casting move, and honestly, if they end up announcing Scarlett Johansson next, we're talking about full-on power couple inside the Batman universe. Now, here where the thing gets really interesting, because to me it's pretty much confirmed one thing. Winter Soldier is done in Avengers Doomsday. I mean, let's be real. Sebastian Stan committed to the Batman almost guarantee his character getting killed off. Possible spoiler for Avengers Doomsday, but this casting alone feels like a massive hint. So why is Scarlett Johansson even part of this conversation? Well, when the rumor first started about Sebastian Stan being eyed for Harvey Dent, there were also reports that Scarlett Johansson was in talk for the same projects. One of those rumors is now confirmed, Sebastian Stan. But we still don't know about Scarlett. We'll see if that deal actually happens. Some people are saying she could play Harvey Dent's wife, but honestly, that just doesn't really add up for me. I can't even think of a comic where Harvey Dent and his wife are some kind of thing going up against Batman. If you look at how Harvey Dent has traditionally been written, his wife is never positioned as a major player in the conflicts. His fall from idealistic district attorney to criminal mastermind, the drama comes from his duality, not from a partnership. Turning his wife into a co-villain will be a huge departure from the core of the character, and not necessarily in a way that adds depth. And yet, people saw those rumors and immediately went power couple versus Batman. The article even hinted like Batman facing off against Two-Face and his wife. Since when has Harvey Dent's wife ever been portrayed as a serious threat to Batman? I mean, seriously, can't remember a single storyline like that. If I missed some obscure 80s or 90s comic, feel free to call me out in the comments. So yeah, bottom line, Sebastian Stan as Two-Face is confirmed. Now we wait and see what happened with Scarlett Johansson. But honestly, there's another direction that makes way more sense to me. Phantasm. If you remember, Phantasm was created by Bruce Timm for animated Batman film. And if you ask me, that role fits Scarlett Johansson way better. She's a powerhouse on screen, a strong presence, commanding, magnetic. Casting someone like that as Harvey Dent's wife just feels like a wasting her talent. She deserves to be a major villain, and honestly, Phantasm fits this version of Batman better than Two-Face does as a primary antagonist. Because let's not forget, Matt Reeves Batman is going for more grounded, realistic tone. So that probably rules out the whole Mr. Freeze angle that some insiders were talking about, with sci-fi's element and ice power, that will push things into a more fantastical direction, closer to the old Schwarzenegger version. But when you really think about it, Two-Face and Phantasm as the main villains actually makes a lot of sense for this universe. And of course, we'll probably still get smaller appearances from Penguin, and maybe some Joker teases with Barry Cohen. Everyone's obviously excited to see the Joker go up against this version of Batman, kind of like what the Dark Knight did. But I don't think Joker will be the main villain at all. Maybe just a few scenes here and there. Reeves isn't trying to repeat what Nolan already did. So let me know in the comments, what would you rather see? Scarlett Johansson as Harvey Dent's wife, or Scarlett Johansson as a Phantasm? One more thing that could give us a big clue is how they announce the role. If they say it's a secret casting for Phantasm, tell us everything. But if they come out and say she's playing Harvey Dent's wife, then that theory is dead. And honestly, that would pretty disappointing. Then we had to see whether Two-Face is the main villain or if there's another major antagonist in the films. We don't know that. And that leaves to see the next big question. What version of Two-Face are we getting? Are we seeing his full origin history like in The Dark Knight? Or is he already established as a criminal mastermind and we jump straight into Batman vs. Two-Face? Kind of like how the Penguin showed the rise and then the power shift. So we'll have to see what direction Matt Reeves chooses, origin story or full-on conflict right from the start. And according to Entertainment Weekly, the hype around the script is very real. Insiders are calling it explosive, truly unique, and even saying it has the movie of the year potential, with a real shot at crossing the $1 billion mark. That kind of buzz doesn't usually come from a slow burn setup movie. It sounds like more a story that throws you straight into the deep end, where the characters are already in motion and the stakes are immediate. That made me think, in my opinion, we may not get a traditional step-by-step Two-Face origin. Instead, we could be seeing Harvey Dent already transformed, or at least well into his death and forcing Batman into a full-scale psychological and moral battle from the start. Less how he began Two-Face and more what happened when Gotham's former symbol of justice became one of its greatest threats. And that is everything we know right now about the Batman. But think about the conflicts. Remember that James Gunn has confirmed that Pattinson Batman won't be part of the main DCU, saying this version doesn't fit his larger universe. That means we're heading toward two Batman on the big screen. One in the DCU alongside Superman, and one in Matt Reeves' standalone Elseworld universe. Whether fans like it or not, comparisons are inevitable. And here's the real pressure point. If the Batman Part 2 becomes the phenomenon people are predicting, audiences are going to want more Pattinson, more Reeves, more of this darker grounded Gotham. That puts the new DCU Batman in a brutal position from day one. Who's the better actor? Which movie is better? Who wins at the box office? Andy Muschietti has an uphill battle no matter what. So the question is DC being bold running to Batman at once? Or is this massive strategy mistake? Let's talk about it in the comments. So guys, thanks for watching, subscribe for more DC and Marvel news, and of course theories, analysis and whatever, and see you in the next one. Bye bye guys.